got some new details on the Dead Space remake, and it all looks very appealing. This week we got almost an hour-long livestream from Motive Studio, the developer behind the next-gen Dead Space remaster. We learned that a major difference in this remake is now the player character Isaac will be voiced. Originally, Isaac didn't find his voice until Dead Space 2, but this time around the protagonist will be chatting away, and the role will be reprised by Gunnar Wright, who played Isaac in the games in which he could speak.
Hi, I'm Gunnar Wright, and I'm excited to announce that I'm reprising my role as Isaac Clarke for the remake of Dead Space 1.
We also saw some pre-alpha gameplay showing off improvements that have been made to the dismemberment mechanics that helped the game become so popular in the survival horror genre. Because that's exactly what Dead Space needed. More detailed, realistic, juicy goriness. But if, like me, you're a terrible shot, then you might instead experience the new peeling mechanic a lot more. That's right, necromorphs' flesh is now designed to peel away from their bones as you blast away with your less surgical weapons. The power of next gen is going to allow for more blood and gut spilling than ever before. So get your sick bags and mop buckets ready, because the USG Ishimura is going to need a serious wipe down when we're done. Far Cry 6 is one of the most anticipated games of the year, and we managed to get an early hands-on with it. So let's throw over to our guides coordinator Leon to hear what he thought of it.
It's really good. It's interesting that it feels like it's stepped back into there's elements of Far Cry 2, 3 and 4. They have like the checkpoints of Far Cry 2 where like if you take them out, every time you drive past them, you get into trouble. If you take them out, they're gone. The alarms and the bases felt a lot more like Far Cry 3, where you sneak in, you can take out the alarms, you don't get reinforcements.
Yeah.
So it felt like they have kind of pick and mixed like the whole sort of series and like kind of assembled it into a kind of like greatest hits.
So I like the fact that you even kind of went into this thinking like, how are they're not going to be able to do this again. I don't like, how do they keep reinventing this, make it fun? And yet you seem pleasantly surprised.
It's weird, like just changing the setting up just kind of gives it a refresh. And weirdly, like after Far Cry 5, it does feel like it's gone back a bit to sort of 3 and 4. It feels a little more modern than, say, Tibet and the South sort of American islands that 3 was in. So it feels a little bit more modern. And being able to go into the cities and walk around without a gun out feels a bit like the safe town in 2. So yeah, so it's that mix of like all the old things kind of stirred together in a new setting, and it is kind of the same, but it's like it still works and it's still. I went into it going like, okay, it's the same old thing again. Then all the guns start going off and you're running around and going, but it's still fun.
I personally cannot wait to get my hands on the latest Far Cry game, and it seems like I'm not alone, with a whole bunch of you commenting similar sentiment on that video. We have to give a shout out to Francesco though, who managed to get in with the first comment on that video, saying this game looks amazing. I can't wait. Well, Francesco, you don't have to wait too long, as Far Cry 6 launches on October 7th. And if you want to see our full review when it launches, make sure you subscribe and ding that notification bell. And finally this week we got one step closer to knowing the release date of GTA 6. Kind of. Not really, but it's been a slow news week, and this is a fun story, okay? This guy crashed the set of a German game show to ask its hilariously perplexed hosts when he'll get to play Rockstar's newest game. A recent episode of Schlang der Star nailed it, which is a show about beating a star at various games and gets a 5 out of 5 from me, was interrupted as the man ran onto stage before turning to the quiz show host and telling him, "I would like to know where the hell GTA 6 is. I am still waiting for GTA 6. A clip of the interruption was posted to the GTA 6 subreddit, where members set to translating the scene. The emboldened GTA fan encouraged the show's moderator to shout, "Where is GTA 6?" into the camera, but he simply responded that he hasn't even finished GTA 5 yet. The stage stormer was swiftly led away by security, and then the host oddly suggested that he'd been paid off by Rockstar's parent company, Take-Two Interactive. The response to the incident online has been mixed, with some viewers complaining that the unexpected guest didn't use his temporary platform to highlight something more important, while some conspiracy theorists claimed he came through suspiciously clear over the show's audio.
Ich würde gerne wissen, wo zur Hölle ist GTA 6?
Leading some fans to suspect that the whole thing could have been a bizarre marketing ploy to kick off the game's publicity. But that seems extremely unlikely to us. Right now, there's no official word on the release date of GTA 6. However, some recent reports have suggested that Rockstar might be targeting dates as late as 2025. for this fan's sake at least, we hopefully will hear more about the game before then. I've been Matt Phillips, this has been Totally Rated, and we'll see you on the next one.
With the right plan, the right car, anything's possible.